Right, the shortest man ever admitted to the Royal Ballet School. Please don't hit me, Wayne. Welcome, Wayne.
That's so heightist.
Alongside Samantha Box, both appearing in Cabaret at the King's Theatre.
Wayne, I'd like to apologise for that.
No worries,
He
no
was
worries.
so pleased when he wrote that line, and I thought he was going to read it, so I didn't correct
Well, there
it.
is a film called The Big Sleep, but we won't go there. I'm so old now, I'm going to shrink if I live longer. So I don't know whether to decide to do that.
You got quite cross with me earlier.
Yes, I did.
I thought you were 61, but you're not, you're 60.
I'm
but
60.
you're just delighted now that you can get your fuel allowance.
Yes, at Christmas, and if I have somebody over 80 living with me, I get double. And I've got a tube pass, so that's free, and I can get any bus in Britain, so I can go all over Britain for free if I keep changing buses.
You're not exactly infirm, though. I mean, tell us what you can still do in terms of these fantastic moves we used to see you do.
Well, I can still do on-shots, but I can't do the on-shot do's, which is 6 crossings of the leg from a standing position.
For which you hold the world record. And sitting next to you, very glam Samantha, who's one of the youngest contestants, and the BBC when they were searching for the new Nancy.
I was, yeah. It was actually about a year ago from on last Saturday, a year ago since I did the first live show, which I just can't believe because so much has happened.
For you.
I know.
Fantastic, isn't it? And she's brilliant as Sally Bowles.
Is this what you wanted to happen? You wanted to get involved in this kind of thing and perform
Well,
with
it's
people
more
like
than I could have ever kind of expected. As kind of most performers do when they're in drama school, you're looking for an opportunity, you're looking for an audition or just a chance, and went for that opportunity just to be noticed or something, and managed to get into the finals, which was amazing. And kind of, yeah, just after that I auditioned and kind of just went for, again, everything I could, and landed this incredible opportunity, which I'm loving every second of, yeah.
And Cabaret, it's a revisit to the musical for you, isn't it, Wayne?
Yes, I did it 25 years ago, but this is a very different version. I didn't create this part in London this time. I've taken it out on tour, and they've adapted it for me, so they put a bit of dance into it. But it is a wonderful production because it is totally different from the one I did before. And Rufus Norris, the director, it's very dark in some ways, and it's very tragic at the end. So it's a musical with fun laughter, but then it hits the core of your heart.
Yeah, I think that's a really powerful thing about it, that it's such a kind of contrast from the kind of glitzy kind of the show numbers, and then it just goes bang with this hard
with the Holocaust in the 1930s, which is really true to today, because in Africa and all these places, you know, the same thing is going on in different ways. When they exterminated all the Jews, you know, 6 million of them, and the rising of that party, but without people really knowing what was going on.
Keen DIYers, Wayne, are you?
No.
I've made a stool with dovetail joints, and I was so proud of it because I didn't use any nails, and my art teacher took it home. But that's the only thing. And well, actually, I did make a coffee table once, because I lived in Richmond Park at the Royal Ballet School, so when they were destroying trees at 1400 years growth, they looked great, but of course it warped. I didn't season it, and so my coffee table was like that, like a Salvador Dali painting.
And Samantha, you just said you get your dad in to do everything.
I have to, because I just start making it worse and worse till it's at the point where nobody can fix it. So I'm like, Dad, and he lives in the Isle of Man, so bless him, he'll come all the way just to kind of, you know,
it's excusable for a lady, but not for me.
Well, you were kind of leading the way. You know, I mean, I suppose Billy Elliot has changed things as far as male ballet dancers. Is it much more acceptable now, do you think?
Well,
because
I can only just give you the greatest result in the world, that 50% now of the children at the Royal Ballet School are male.
Wow.
And I had 30 girls in my form, and there was 5 boys, and we got away with murder. But now it's 50%, so we had to raise all this money to make a new wing at the Royal Ballet School. So that Billy Elliot and all the dancing programmes on television have changed the whole thing.
And that's only a good
Even
thing,
so, bullying is bullying, and I say to you out there, don't care about that, just laugh them off and develop your dream.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both very much for coming in, and I hope it's a really successful production for you, Cabaret,
sure it will
at the Theatre Royal.
Till April 4th. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.